meeting anybody casually for the first time or otherwise. The thing is that, say it's a casual meeting of friends, you will take it casually. You'll go and talk casually. Abe yaar kya chal raha hai batao, what's going on? So the thing is that even in a casual meeting, where 99 out of 100 people are speaking in casual language, the person who is able to communicate in proper language gets the attention and the respect of others. So language is the most important factor in your life. Now everybody likes Bhagat Singh, although maximum people have not read him or read about his philosophy, which party he belonged to, which ideology he belonged to, what did he actually believe in? Did he believe in peaceful protests? Did he believe in violence? No, he believed in peaceful protests. People have not read about him. Now, the thing is, so many people have sacrificed their lives for different causes. But how many of them do we know about? Peacefully also, peaceful protesters, many have lost their lives, like Gandhi and all. But Gandhi we know about. How many others do we know about? There have been so many sportsmen, but why do we know about Muhammad Ali, or why do we know about Mike Tyson or people? Mike Tyson people they might be surprised by, but he has very honest communication skills, which catches the attention of people. So communication skills is, language is the most important factor. If you are going in any field of work, Bhagat Singh could speak and write and read 4 languages, which is English, Hindi, Urdu, and Punjabi. He could write them, he could read them, and he could speak them well. He could speak in 4 languages. And Gandhi could speak in 3 languages. So learning languages is very important in your life, and how much of your efforts you are investing in learning language. So I suppose now we might be nearing, yeah, it's 5 o'clock, so we can start the session, as you may call it. Now the thing is that uh, if you are going for your SSB, the people there will also tell you that it's okay, you can speak in Hindi. Hindi में बोल सकते हो आप. But the factor is, fact is that if I am your interviewing officer and you cannot speak in English, I'm not going to pass you. Why? Because a person in today's world, if up till now he has not even learned how to communicate in English, what has he learned? What has he been doing till now? If being in India, you cannot communicate in English or Hindi, what have you been doing? What use is your education till now? If you have not even learned that much, and if you do not understand the significance of that, so I'm not going to clear your exam. That shows that, itself shows that been in your life. So you have to work on your language, and working on your languages, of course, speaking with confidence is something which matters. Maybe grammatically or pronunciation wise, you might not be that correct, but then you should try to be correct. We often, the first point I'm covering right now is language, and the sub points, you can always note that down. We often try to match our language with the person we are speaking to. If the person speaks in broken English, we also speak in broken English. If that person speaks in a mix of English and Hindi, then we speak in a mix of English and Hindi. We should not. We should not compromise our language according to the person we are talking to. To my father, I can speak in English fluently, but with my mother, I cannot speak fluently in English. So what I do is I talk to her in Hindi. और जब मैं हिंदी में उनसे चर्चा करता हूँ या वार्ता करता हूँ तो बोलती हैं तुम इतनी शुद्ध हिंदी क्यों बोल रहे हो? मैं बोलता हूँ आपको समझ
किसका
में आ
कार्ड
रही
है?
है ना हिंदी?
कौन फर्स्ट में?
मैं कहता हूँ कि ये बीच में वॉइस डिस्टर्बेशन हो रही है, डिस्टर्बेंस, तो
प्लीज म्यूट
इसको
योरसेल्फ, एवरीवन प्लीज म्यूट
तो
योरसेल्फ। यस सर, कैरी ऑन।
तो मेरी मदर बोलती हैं कि आप इतनी शुद्ध हिंदी में क्यों बोल रहे हो? तो मैं उनसे कहता हूँ आपको मेरी हिंदी समझझ में तो आ रही है ना? वो कहते हैं हाँ। मैं बोला फिर मेरे को अच्छी हिंदी में बोलने दो ताकि मेरा अभ्यास रहेगा हिंदी बोलने का, आप हिंदी में जवाब दो उसका। तो इसलिए अगर आप हिंदी भाषा का प्रयोग कर रहे हैं, यदि आप हिंदी भाषा का प्रयोग कर रहे हैं, उपयोग कर रहे हैं, तो फिर हिंदी भाषा को कुछ अच्छे स्तर पर बोलने का प्रयास कीजिए। सो according to the person you are talking to, you should not be changing your language or your standard of speaking. Let that person take some time to understand what you are saying, but do not change it into slang language or casual language so that he can understand you faster. Don't do that. So never compromise with your language. The other thing is that how do you improve your language? You learn by hearing. सुन के आप किसी भाषा को सीखते हो। जो बच्चा जिस भाषा को सुनता है उसी को सीखता है। अगर आप गाली गलौज और बदतमीजी वाली भाषा सुन रहे हो तो वो सीखोगे और वो आपके मुंह पे भी अपने आप आ जाएगी। सो ट्राई टू लिसन टू गुड लैंग्वेज। गुड, do not listen to Indian news channels. First of all, Indian news channels will spoil your language like anything. None of the Indian news channels speaks proper language. They are all mix of English and Hindi, or bad English or bad Hindi. They are not good channels to watch. You should be listening to, like I said, Leading Britain's Conversations, LBC channel. So LBC channel has a YouTube channel also, and they have a radio station also. So you can download UK radio and listen to that Leading Britain's Conversations. So although the title is Leading Britain's Conversations, the channel covers discussions about all over the world, and their discussions, so you get to learn more. So it is a very good platform medium from where you can learn the correct pronunciation. Just like if you speak the word, you will be saying monotonous. It is not monotonous, it is monotonous. If you go and say monotonous, they will not understand what you're saying. You have to say monotonous. So it's pronounced monotonous. Similarly, there are many words which you will not be getting the correct pronunciation of unless you hear it. It's important to listen to that channel. हिंदी आती है, लेकिन क्या होता है कि हम हिंदी में हिंदी और उर्दू शब्दों का भेद नहीं कर पाते। यदि आपको उर्दू बोलनी है, अगर आपको अभी अगर होता है उर्दू, यदि होता है हिंदी, अगर आपको उर्दू में तकरीर करनी है तो आप की कोशिश होनी चाहिए कि एक अच्छे दर्जे की उर्दू आप बोल सकें जिसमें ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा उर्दू शब्दों का प्रयोग हो। तो इसलिए आप, यदि आप हिंदी बोलना चाह रहे हैं तो फिर आप हिंदी बोलिए। तो यदि आप अगर उर्दू बोलनी है तो उर्दू, इंग्लिश बोलनी है तो इंग्लिश बोलो। सो वर्क ऑन योर लैंग्वेज, लिसन टू अ लॉट ऑफ गुड लैंग्वेज। फॉर क्लियरिंग योर SSB, देयर इज नो बुक, देयर इज नो syllabus that you can prepare. So it is not, you may read 1000 books and still you may end up failing, getting rejected, and you may not read any book and still pass the exam. So it is more about working on yourself. The other thing is, first point, language, I've pointed it out. The other thing is that do not try to be fake. You know, when we try to be fake, recently I was listening to a particular interaction of Dalai Lama, His Holiness. So he said that even a dog can differentiate between a fake smile and a genuine smile. So the genuine smile comes from within. If you're feeling good, then then your smile is genuine. If you're not, then your smile is fake. You just smile for the sake of it. So don't be fake, be genuine. Anybody can see, even a dog can see that and feel that. So a person can see whether you are being genuine, whether you're talking genuinely or whether you are not. And again, it is a matter of habit. Amongst your friends, relatives, people, they may not tell you on your face that you are being fake, but they can make out. They will not say because it is not polite to say that. So, but in the SSB, you will have to suffer because of it if you are trying to be fake. You should try to be genuine. If you don't know something, you say you do not know it. If you are doubtful about something, you can say that I think it is so, I've heard, but I'm not sure. I've not checked it back. I've not checked the facts about it. So I cannot say with full confidence about it. So that is one. Don't try to be fake. Don't try to present your sincerity. What is presenting sincerity? Oh, yaar, aa jao. हाँ, yaar, karo, 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 karo. You're trying to project कि तुम बड़ा enthusiastic हो. Be enthusiastic, be energetic, be positive, be supportive. वो देख अपने आप जाएगा. It will be visible. So, you about doing something or presenting something. You just be yourself. If you are sincere, they will see it is sincere. If not sincere, they will see that it is not sincere. So you don't have to bother about presenting yourself there. Next is and it will be visible. Be sincere. That's all. Do everything sincerely. The other thing is that an army man cannot be biased. A person from army, a person in uniform cannot be biased. He cannot have religious bias. He cannot have political bias. He cannot have any kind of bias of religion or whatever. The 15 people who trained with me, this close group of 15 from my squadron, we are from all communities, we are from all religions, we are from all places, and we will give our life for each other. There is no bias that he is this and she is this and whatever. That bias is not there. So you cannot hold a bias in any way, because different philosophies, different political philosophies, they have their area of influence. People are people. You have to protect the people. So you cannot afford to hold any bias in your mind also. So don't hold any bias. That is very important. Third point. So these are 3 points I've already told you. Next is, as an officer, you are expected to be practical. You should be practical. If you go and tell them that army is the only thing you want to join, or defense forces is the only thing you want to join, and you are not prepared for anything else, then they will not select you, because it means you are not practical. You may not get selected in the army or defense for whatever reason. N number of different reasons can be there. But if you have not prepared for anything else, then you are a fool. Why will they select you? So you cannot say that. You should always be practical with life, that, okay, my first option is defense, but if I'm not able to get into defense, then I will do this. So you are expected to be practical. But there is also a distinction between being practical and being ethical. Ethical is that you do not leave your friend. If some people have come to kill your friend, you will not leave your friend and run away, that it is practical to save your life, otherwise both will get killed. So you cannot say that. That is ethics. That it is your ethics which will not allow you to leave your friend, even if you have to die with him. It will not. Yes, if you can get help, if you can do something, then it's okay. But just to run away from there to save your life, you cannot do that. It might sound practical that both will get killed, at least one will be safe. No, you will not leave your friend. So you should not mix ethics and practicality. You should know where to be practical and where to be ethical. So that is point number 4. And the other point is that fear of failure. Fear of failure is the main reason for failure. अगर आप पराजित होने से डरते हैं, अगर आप विफल होने से डरते हैं, तो फिर अवश्य ही आप विफल होंगे. So if you go to your SSB thinking, यार किसी तरह से हो जाए, somehow यार पास हो जाऊं कितना अच्छा रहेगा. So if you have that anxiety in you, you are not going to get selected. You should be as calm as I am right now talking to you. This should be level of calm you should have, because you have to become a leader as an officer. As an officer, you have to lead other men. And if you have to lead other men, other people, then you should be very calm. Like Mahendra Singh Dhoni was a very successful captain. I think the most successful captain we have had. But everybody said that Captain Cool, he used to have calm mind. He was always calm under any situation. So a captain, a leader has to be calm by mind. And again, some people can confuse being calm with being lazy. Being calm does not mean being lazy. You should have a very calm mind. बहुत शांत मन होना चाहिए आपका, शांत व्यवहार होना चाहिए. लेकिन इसका मतलब नहीं है कि अगर अचानक आपको भागने की जरूरत है तो आप भाग ना सको. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. You should not be lazy आदमी. नहीं, डिफरेंस है. Mind should be calm. You should be active. You should be energetic. You should be enthusiastic. So you have to, and you should be able to encourage other people, appreciate other people. That is very important. So you have to keep a calm mind, very calm demeanor you should be having while appearing for your SSB. Otherwise also in life. What I'm specifically saying is you are not preparing for SSB. These points which I am telling you are the points which you need in your life. You need these points in your life. When I was preparing for my SSB, I actually, learned so many things. And I was so confident after learning those things, after discovering those things, that, okay, I'm going for SSB, but I have discovered all these important lessons of life. And now I know I can deal with life. Even if I do not clear SSB, I can deal with life. So, and I cleared the SSB. So, that is, next is that we often get affected by how other people are behaving. Your teammates might be irritating, they might be irritable, they might be over anxious, whatever. The thing is, you do not have to get affected by their opinion. In my SSB, everybody was thinking I will fail, but I passed. I was not bothered about what they were thinking. They were projecting themselves. जैसे स्कूल में या कॉलेज में होता है ना, वो अपने आप को थोड़ा आगे बढ़ के दिखाते हैं कि मैं हाउस कैप्टन मैं बनूंगा, स्कूल कैप्टन मैं बनूंगा, मॉनिटर मैं बनूंगा. वो दिखाते हैं, शो ऑफ. ठीक है, पर वो वहां पे काम नहीं आता है SSB में. तो वो अपने आप को एज अ मॉनिटर प्रोजेक्ट करने से और ये प्रोजेक्ट करने से कि बाकी इंफीरियर हैं, तो वो सोचते थे कि मैं पास नहीं होऊंगा, मैं तो हो गया, मेरे को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. वो नहीं हुए. सो the thing is, do not get affected by what opinion your friends are having about you, that what your team is thinking that you will fail, or they're making fun of you or whatever. You stay calm, you stay unaffected. That the interviewing officer will see that, and you'll get very good plus points for that. When other people were looking down on you or making fun of you, you were okay with it. There was no problem. So don't get affected by what opinion other people are holding about you. Your parents might be thinking you are useless. Your friends might be thinking you are useless. Your friends might be thinking you are a fool. It's okay. Let them think. उनका भी time pass होता है. So these are a certain set of points. I do not want to mention too many points. I mentioned 5, 6 important points. If you can follow them in your life, again, most important, you are not going to present these points in your SSB. You are going to learn these points in your life. If you learn them in your life, in SSB, they will see them. They'll be able to observe those points. So do not focus on SSB, focus on learning these points, on imbibing those points in your behavior and your way of thinking. So that is about it. Or I'll again reiterate you might have, if you are already preparing for your SSB, you might have so many times heard about positive thinking and rational thinking. These two words have been very often used. People might be using. Just because somebody is speaking, saying positive thinking, this does not mean he is positive. Just by saying rational thinking does not mean you are rational thinking. You might be a fool and saying rational thinking. Do you even know what is the difference? What it means to be rational thinking? What it means to be positive thinking? Most of the people think positive thinking is that if you are going for a game, यदि आप एक मैच, एक स्पर्धा, एक खेल में हिस्सा लेने जा रहे हैं और वहाँ पे आप इस विश्वास के साथ जा रहे हैं कि मैं जीत के आऊँगा, ये पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग नहीं है। पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग ये है या जीतेंगे हारेंगे दोनों से भी, मैं हार से भी डील कर सकता हूँ, ऐसा कुछ नहीं। लोग मजाक बनाएंगे, मजाक बना लेंगे, ठीक है, हारेंगे तो इट्स ओके। तो आप दोनों सिचुएशन से यू कैन डील विद योर पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग if you are having a mindset that it's okay if you fail the SSB, you can deal with it. You are going to give your best, you are going to do your best, but if after that you fail, it's okay. That is positive thinking. Positive thinking is that you can also deal with failure. Positive thinking does not mean that you are only going to succeed, that you are only going to win. That is not positive thinking. If you think that way, you will not be able to deal with failure. So positive thinking is that you can deal with both success and failure. The other point was rational thinking. Now, rational thinking is what is important. If you look at somebody and you ask him, यार ये टी-शर्ट तो बहुत अच्छा है, कहाँ से खरीदा? And that person might be saying something very sensible. तो उससे आपने ये नहीं पूछा, यार ये इतनी अच्छी लैंग्वेज तुमने कहाँ से सीखी? यार तुम्हारा बिहेवियर बड़ा अच्छा है। बड़े मतलब कुछ भी उसके बारे में, भैया बड़े चीयरफुल आदमी, मतलब जो उसकी अच्छी इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है वो आप नहीं देख रहे। आप देख रहे हो टी शर्ट कहाँ से लिया, या ये देख रहे हो कि यार so you are noticing something which is insignificant and ignoring something which is important. So rational thinking is that you should be able to see, you should be able to know what is more important to ask. Now you will be asking me questions, you will be asking questions to other people also, but if you are talking to somebody, you should know what is the right question to ask this person. इस व्यक्ति से क्या प्रश्न पूछना चाहिए। लोग तो दलाई लामा के लेक्चर के बाद लोग दलाई लामा के साथ सेल्फी खिंचवा रहे थे। मैं बोले इतने महान आदमी के साथ बैठ के आप सेल्फी खींच रहे हो, उससे कुछ अच्छी बात पूछ लो। मतलब सेल्फी इंपॉर्टेंट है या उसको उस व्यक्ति की रिस्पेक्ट ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है? तो इसलिए rational thinking means that you should be able to know what is more important in a given situation at any given point of time. What is more important at that time? अभी तुम्हारे लिए क्या आवश्यक है? तुम्हारे लिए क्या यह आवश्यक है कि तुम्हें अपनी बहन की शादी अटेंड करनी है, कोई कजिन सिस्टर की, या तुम्हें पढ़ाई करनी है? तुम्हें मार्केट में वो दोस्त बुरा मान जाएगा तो उसके साथ मार्केट में जाना ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है, या उसको बुरा मान ले तो मैं तो अपनी पढ़ाई करूँगा, अपनी प्रिपरेशन करूँगा? क्या इंपॉर्टेंट है? So rational thinking means you should be able to see what is more important in a given situation. So any questions? We can address the questions now.
Sir,
Mhm.
sir, I have a question that, sir, how to handle a failure? Because, sir, everybody know how to handle a fame, because everybody wants to success. They know what they have to do in future, but sir, they doesn't know what they will do if they will fail in anything.
See, the most important lessons of life you have learned in your third grade, third class in school. The three lessons were God helps those who help themselves. You have to help yourself. The first important lesson. Second important lesson was work is worship. You should treat your work like worship. Worship is very sacred. It is very spiritual. It is all involving. When you are worshiping, you are not thinking about anything else. Work is worship means you should treat your work with the same importance to worship. And the question that you asked, there was a lesson, the third lesson of third grade. Don't keep all your eggs in the same basket. If you have kept all the eggs in the same basket, then if that basket falls down, all your eggs will break. So if you have in your life, if you have aimed only for one thing,
Jay,
that if you do not go in defense, then this is the other option, this is the other option, eventually this is the option. You have so many options. So then you will not be afraid, then there will be no difficulty dealing with when you have no other option only after that, then you find it difficult to deal. If you have options, then there is no difficulty. And although you have said that dealing with failure is difficult, dealing with success is easy. I can tell you dealing with success is much tougher than dealing with failure, because people who succeed, that success goes to the head and then they destroy their lives. The students who were very doing many of them, and people are surprised that उसके तो इतने अच्छे वो ऐसे कैसे किया, वो अच्छे नंबर आते थे तो see that boy or girl thought कि if I'm doing very well in school, very well in college, that means I'm wonderful, and they thought that that is the success. No, that is not the success. Sometimes people become celebrities and celebrities in entertainment industry or sports. If they become celebrity, they end up into drugs, they go into depression. So success is very difficult to deal with. Right now, you are a failure. Right now, you are a failure. You have to succeed. Why you are a failure? You do not have any money in your pocket. You do not have freedom. You do not have a job. You do not have anything. So you are a failure right now. You have to succeed. So in this situation, you are dealing with it. But if I give you 1 crore rupees now, I can guarantee you 99% of you will not be able to deal with it. If I give you 1 crore rupees, you will not be able to deal with it. You will go mad. You will run to some country and then to some country and do something, try alcohol, something like that, fun, new vehicle, this, that. You will go crazy if I give you 1 crore. Success is more difficult to handle. Failure is not difficult to handle. Failure is easy to handle. So you can go to the next question.
sir, how to handle pressure at any point of life?
See, the thing with pressure is that how do we get into pressure? We get into pressure by expectation. So, if one of you is, any one of you is preparing for or was preparing for IIT, say, some tough exam like IIT or civil services or something, and that student is thinking, that boy or girl is thinking, यार अगर मैं पास हो जाऊं तो कितना अच्छा रहेगा, मेरे पास इतना ये होएगा, everybody will respect me and I'll get such a wonderful job and I'll get respect wherever I go, I'll be able to buy this, I'll be able to buy that. He's dreaming, he's trying to enjoy his dream, and because of which he will come in pressure that if I don't pass, I'm not going to get all of these things. which I want. So he will come under pressure. A person who's just thinking, okay, it is, then he's preparing for it exam. He's not thinking what all I'll buy, how much I'll enjoy after success. So he's not taking that pressure of those things on himself. If you start taking that pressure on yourself, then you'll come under pressure. So dealing with pressure is don't come under pressure. If you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, whichever might be the case, then if you are under pressure कि यार ये मेरे को छोड़ के ना चली जाए, ये मेरे को छोड़ के ना चला जाए, and you छोड़ के चला जाए कि तो मैं क्या करूँगा, I'll not get somebody like that, I really like that person and this and that. So you're putting yourself human being. If she wants to go, he or she should have the freedom to go. He's not a slave, she's not a slave. It's okay. Then you're not taking pressure. So, and then there are chances it will succeed. If you take pressure, then it will not. So you take the pressure. It is not, nobody is putting pressure on you. You are putting the pressure on yourself. That what will mummy papa say if I fail? What will mummy papa say if I happen this? What will my friends say if this thing happens? What will people think if this thing happens? You are taking the pressure. Nobody is putting pressure on you. You are choosing to take that pressure. Don't take that pressure. What will friends do? They'll make fun of you. It's okay. What will people do? They'll make fun of you. It's okay. Let them. So you have to not take the pressure. You can go to the next question.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Good
Sir, how
evening,
can
Tanvi.
we, how can we improve our personality?
See, you have to understand what is more important part of your personality. Most of the people go to, even boys, they go to parlor, they have their facial done, their eyebrows done, and dress sense, they will spend day looking for a dress, looking for the right dress, the correct dress, what do I look good in, and all that kind of thing. Have you ever seen anybody getting respect because of these or getting success because of these? No, it's insignificant. Gandhi used to wear a dhoti, that's all. Bhagat Singh used to wear the kurta and pajama, very village boy kind of dress. So, or anybody else. Dr. APJ Kalam, was he famous because of his dressing sense? No. It was because of his language, his knowledge. That was. He was not very tall. So the thing is, which part of your personality is more important? Shivaji was 4 feet 11 inches in height. Lal Bahadur Shastri was 5 feet in height, or 4 feet 11, something like that in height. But they were great personalities. So what you have to understand is what is more important part of your personality. If you focus on these, then it's not going to help you. I wear this, I just put on this skull bandana, which is bikers wear it. That is all. I have a black t-shirt and a black lowers, which I always wear. I don't go hunting for clothes to look better, but I have an okay personality. Maybe that's why I have lots of friends. So you should understand what is more important for your personality. One is language. Language is very important part of your personality. You are always influenced by a person who is able to speak well. You're always influenced by that person. So language is the most important part. Second thing is, what kind of a person, what kind of a thinking you are. Are you calm and peaceful? Are you cheerful? Are you determined, motivated, enjoying your life? You have some positive energy about you. These are important parts of your personality, not your clothes or your looks. That is not important part of your personality. So you should understand what is more important in your personality. Next question.
Sir, in being practical, if the second priority job is not as much as good as joining in defense, will it be okay? Is it a good answer for SSB?
No, the comparison. What was it again?
In being practical, if the second priority other than defense is not as good as a good job as army, joining an army, then will it be okay for the SSB?
No, see, the point is that first of all, you should not consider any job more important or better than some other job. A farmer's job is as important or more important than anybody else because he produces the food that comes to the market that we all buy and eat. A laborer's work is very important because it is he who makes buildings in which we live. It is he who makes the roads on which we drive. It is laborers who have stitched these t-shirts and clothes that I'm wearing. This laptop that I'm working on, these apps that we are working on, that those software engineers, the people working, they are also laborers. They are putting their heart in these products that we are able. So we should not see any job as less important or more important or better or worse. Yes, for yourself, you think that this is uh, uh, something which appeals to you more. It appeals more to you. So it is not that second job option will not be as good or as bad or what is bad about a job that you are doing. So even when you join the army, they are not going to make you general. Your first training is as a soldier, rifleman. The first training that begins with, first you are told to be how to be a rifleman, be a soldier in a section. Then you are taught how to be in a platoon and a platoon commander. And then you go forward. You will not straight away start with the job of an officer because you should know all those jobs. In some of the army regiments, you will go to, even if the officer has completed his training and come as an officer, he has put on ranks and he has come as an officer as a come, he will still be put on guard duty. He will still be put on sentry duty. He will still be sent on the duties which other soldiers do. He'll be made clerk for some time so that he understands the paperwork. He'll work with the clerks and everything. He'll do the paperwork. He'll be given that task. So you will have to do every task. So there is no task that is bigger or smaller. That is what you have to understand. So it's nothing practical and impractical about it. You are wanting to go into defense because it is appealing more to you. That's all.
How to control anger?
See, when you're talking about your personality or your anger or these things, even your language, nothing happens overnight. You will not develop that control overnight. You have to spend a period of time and you have to keep reminding you have to train yourself. You have to train yourself to not get angry by what people say or what thing happens. So you have to train yourself. The thing is that if you are ask yourself what is the advantage of getting angry. Does getting angry has any advantage? If I get angry on you, what kind of a stupid question is this? Why are you talking like that? What advantage will it be? You will become my enemy if I express my anger on you. You will become my enemy, that's all. And what advantage would that be of? So anger never has any advantage. Keep telling yourself, you cannot learn personality related, psychology related things in the terms of a plus b whole square, that I will tell you the answer and after that you will remember it. You have to practice it. You have to keep telling yourself, you have to talk to yourself that what use is anger? Why do I get angry? I should not. When something, I'm irritated by something, I should do this. This helps me control it. This helps me change my mind at that point of time. So, like if somebody gets angry at me, somebody shouts at me, I just start smiling. Or if that person gets too angry, then I start avoiding that person. Yes, if somebody gets aggressive, somebody attacks you, then you have to protect yourself. For that, either if you have to fight back or if you have to, whatever you have to do. As a last resort, you may even have to do that. But in general, I do not react. It's only when somebody will attack me that I will deal with it. But not because of anger, because I'm supposed to protect myself. That's all. So being angry has no use, no advantage as such.
Sir, today I have seen your post on betrayal. Sir, how to overcome the pain of the betrayal and focus more on studies?
See, which means maybe you did not understand what I had written.
Yes, yes, I understood, sir, but
No, what I had written was nobody betrays us.
yes,
Nobody betrays us. It is we who betray ourselves. Why? Because you want, you are a boy. If you are in love with a girl, you want that girl to say yes. Or if that girl has said yes, you want her to stay with you. Okay. She would have evidently showed that you are not as appealing to her, or you are not the one she's looking for. But you still continue to believe that because you want that. You continue to believe in it, despite the fact that it is evident. It is evident. So it is your desire which is making you fall into the trap of people deceiving you or betraying you. Nobody betrays you. And be practical when dealing with people. If I tell you, if a friend comes and tells you, please give me 100 rupees, I forgot my purse and I have to give it to the auto fellow, you'll say, okay, take it 100 rupees. Not a big amount. Even if he does not return it, at least you know that next time you will not give it to him. But if he comes and asks you, give me 5 lakhs, so you'll say, for what do you need it? Why do you need it? Why your father has not given you? Your relatives did not give you that you are coming to me. Your bank did not give you a loan. Have you tried other options? And what is the reason? Is it important enough? So you have to, if you just give him 5 lakhs, he says, I'll return you tomorrow, and you give it to him. Then he does not return. Then you're a fool. It is not betraying, it is you have been foolish. So nobody else betrays us, we betray ourselves. So take the responsibility of that, that you should know how to not get betrayed, not be in a position where people can betray you. So it
okay,
is your
sir,
responsibility.
how to overcome that pain and focus more on studies? That's
See, there is no, everything we hear, you are, what is your age? What is your age? Can you hear me? Hello.
Hello. Yes,
Yeah.
sir, we can hear you.
Yes, sir.
23.
What is your age approximately?
23 going to 24.
Yeah. So as 23-year-old, 24-year-old, you would be knowing more about mobiles, applications, maybe latest fashion trends or something. There might be things that you might be knowing better than me. I would not be aware about those. Okay. But that is information. That is not wisdom. You have more information than me about certain things. Wisdom is something which comes from generations. And that wisdom is always hidden in the proverbs we hear. No pain, no gain. No pain, no gain. If you are facing pain from a relationship that got over, that pain will teach you something. It's good that you are feeling that pain. That pain will teach you that next time when you get into it, you should be having different considerations, not the same considerations with which you entered this thing. There was something wrong with the considerations. That's why it ended in pain. So, no pain, no gain. All these, I've been using phrases. Work is worship. God helps those who help themselves. Don't keep all your eggs in the same basket. No pain, no gain. Okay. I'm always, these are lessons, wisdom which has come from generations. These do not change. Information changes. You might have more information, different information than me, but you do not have more wisdom than me. I do not have more wisdom than a person who has more experience than me. So wisdom is more important in life.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I want to ask something. Like, if you remember, we met on Kargil Vijay Divas. So I think my screen is visible. Sir, can you show the? आपको screen दिख रही है, sir? Sir, do you remember this event in Delhi?
And obviously I remember.
Yes, sir. So there I मतलब मैं भी था वहाँ पे. So first time I met you over there. And मुझे सर एक पूछना था, एक और मेजर साहब आए थे वहाँ पे. सर वेट, ये रे, इनका नाम क्या है? मुझे इनका नाम जानना था सर. आपको पता है?
Major Rakesh.
मेजर राकेश.
Major Rakesh.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
I'll forward you his contact from my WhatsApp.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
I have his contact.
Okay, sir. Carry on, sir.
Okay. So
Any other question? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, the question is, how can we handle stage fear before stage presentation? And how can we prepare ourselves to present on stage?
See, there is एक second hold करना. केशव, how to prepare for presentation or something. The points which I have already told you are as important as anything else. And अरे आवाज कम करो. So now coming back to the point, the thing is language, confidence, peaceful mind, calm, all these things help in your stage presentation as well. So these are the things, the way, if I am talking about something right now, why am I so comfortable in it? I am so comfortable because I know my subject. I know everything about it. I can answer any question relating to it. So I have no problems. You keep asking me whole next 24 hours, I'll keep replying next 24 hours. I have no problem. I have no shortage of knowledge in the subject. So you should have knowledge of the subject you are talking about. Then you will be confident. Second thing is talk to people like I'm talking to you. If I'm going to meet Amitabh Bachchan or the President of India or the Prime Minister of India or even of any other country, I will talk to him just the way I'm talking to you. I'm not bothered that how I'm going to talk to him, मैं उनसे क्या बात करूँगा. The way I talk to you is the way I'm going to talk to them, because I always maintain a degree of a standard in my conversation that I have with people. So I know I can talk. There's no issues. So you have to be prepared with that. Next is, if you go there, do not be bothered about your, at that point of time. Later you can work on it. But at that point of time, if your language, if your accent, if your the ability to speak fluently is not there, do not be bothered about it. While walking on a road, in a marketplace, on a bus stand, and we talk with so many people. Sometimes we speak different language, little bit we try to communicate, but we are not afraid. We communicate. We still talk. So when you're going on stage, it is only a group of people sitting in front of you. You just have to talk to them. That's all. Something they will understand, something they will not, or you will try to explain it in a different way. So you do not have to worry about that. Only thing is that try to know about the subject that you're talking about. If the thing is, if something untoward happens, like maybe some question comes which you do not know an answer of, you can say that I'm not sure about it, or I do not know about it. Good that you asked me that question. So you should be able to deal with those situations. That's all. Nothing. We all human beings are same. We all commit same mistakes. There is no mistake that you have committed and I have not. There is there are things which you do not like, I do not like. There are things which you like, I also like. We are same people. There is no major difference between us. So you can. It's only that some people speak better English, some people speak better Hindi, some people speak some other language, but more or less we are the same people. So you do not have to bother about who is sitting in front of you. There are people sitting in front of you, just like I and you are sitting in front of each other. So it does not matter.
Any other question, or shall we wind up?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello. Hello, sir. Sir, my question.
I want to ask.
Yeah.
Sir, I want to ask that I have been trying in NDA from the last, like in the written, but I am not clearing it. Also, I have appeared in Air Force. In medical, I was out, and in Navy, medical out, like a physical out. So now there is a peer pressure, like I should pursue a degree in the college, but still there is a age like I can still give NDA. So there is a peer pressure like should I pursue a degree in the college, or should I focus on NDA now?
See, if where are you right now?
I'm a Haryana.
Which city? Which place?
Ambala Cantonment.
Okay, so you're in Ambala right now. If I
Yeah.
tell you that you have to reach Mumbai by 10 p.m. tonight, okay, by 10 p.m. you have to reach Mumbai.
Okay.
So what is the first thing you are going to do? It is very important. You have to reach there. What is the first thing you will see?
By air, like transport.
Air is the only way which can. Air is the only medium which can get you there by 10 p.m. There is no other medium. So if there is no flight, you cannot be there at 10 p.m. You know that, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
You cannot charter a plane. You do a plane, a commercial airline.
Yes, sir.
And there is no flight, so you cannot. So when you are appearing for an exam, when you're appearing for a test, when you're aiming for a goal, your first job is to see whether you can reach there or not. Your first job is to see that इस exam को मैं clear कर सकता हूँ या नहीं. My parents wanted me to be a doctor. I also tried for some time, wait. The thing is, I also tried for some time to become a doctor. My parents wanted me to become a doctor. My mother basically, but I realized I cannot become one. I realized it very soon. I cannot. I might like to become the Prime Minister of India or the Chief Minister of my state, but I know I cannot do that job. I cannot meet so many people in a day. I have so many hobbies and interests. I cannot spare that much time that job requires. The requirements of that job are not the requirements I can meet. So I cannot do that. I cannot collaborate in people based on caste and creed and things and vote bank and that. I cannot do that. So I know that job I cannot do. So the point is, when you're appearing for an exam, you have to see your mathematics knowledge and calculating speed. You have to see your language and your this thing. You have to see some trial papers. You have to see the syllabus. That will you be able to clearly clear this exam or not? If you're confident you can clearly clear that exam, you can definitely do it. Then you go ahead and do it. Otherwise, don't waste your time with it. It is not necessary. Like I said, I might want to become a Bollywood actor, but it is not a job I want to do. I can do, matlab, I cannot do it. I cannot act like that. I do not have any practice. I cannot gain that practice right now. The skills of laughing whenever you want. There are 100 different types of laugh. There are 1,000 different types of facial expressions. There are so many things. There's body language, things involved. I cannot learn that right now and go and, when Shah Rukh Khan was acting in a very small TV serial, he acted in 2 small TV serials. One was Fauji and one was Circus. And at that time, he was offered a Bollywood movie. And he refused the movie saying that I'm not prepared. He refused the movie because he knew he cannot perform at that point of time. He's not qualified enough to perform at that time in a movie. So if there is nothing good or bad about it, you should see if you can clear that exam or not. Not everybody can clear that exam. If your mathematics speed, if your language, if the things are fine, then you go for it. Otherwise, you don't. So your first job is to see if you can clear the exam or not. That is your first job. Just like it was your first job to see if you can reach Mumbai or not.
Hello.
Okay, sir.
Hello.
Okay, so I think now, sir, we can wind up. Almost
Hello.
1 hour is
Yeah,
over.
anybody can send me questions later also online. My website, my telephone number you can pass on. It's very, you can put me a question on WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is, you can pass on my WhatsApp number.
Sure, sir.
So those who want to ask me any further questions can message me on WhatsApp. Fine.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us.